This will be the sequel to the guide video. I'll be doing Peglin Cruci 20 and just showing my thought processes for how I try and win. So this is interesting. We have Hack on Sight, which is healing. Healing is always amazing. But Refresh Perspective actually provides you with a lot of damage. There are a lot of orbs that work really well with it as well. So for Peglin, as always, we want to be getting 25 gold in the first fight. If there's an orb we need to pick up, which especially with Refresh Perspective could be the case, then we're going to need to be picking it up. Getting an extra enemy in this fight is rough, but you know, Refresh Perspective is actually pretty nice for trying to deal with the extra enemy in this fight. And then we want to check the map. We have one extra chest, and one elite, and one store. It's fine. Definitely had better maps. For Peglin, what I would usually recommend is you want to focus chests quite a bit. Usually Peglin's not going to have the tools that they need to take on elites, which means elites just a bit too scary. But if you can take on elites, obviously, you know, take on the elites, win, get your rare relics, and that's really lovely. But usually they're just fine to just go to chests and reap their rewards because they get two options. And having two options in chests is a seriously big deal. We've got now 25 gold, that's amazing. We are unfortunately going to lose much more health than I would usually recommend in this first fight, purely because we just got an extra 220 health onto the field, in a map which is not designed to have an extra 220 health. Well, technically it is only, an extra 60 health, but it's, again, it is a map where that extra 60 health is making a big difference. Seriously big difference. Cool stuff. So we have the store reasonably late. So already I've lost a bit more health. That is insane. Really good to see. Stuff the Sling Apple a Day. Both are very good here. We'll just take Apple a Day, which basically puts us right back at full. Means our health is back to being extremely fine again. I want to go to as many fights as possible because Refresh Perspective, we just want to be seeing as many orbs as we can. There are a lot of good orb hits for us, and if we get one of them, we'll be in a very good spot for elites, which is pretty important because then we're not burning health, which means we're not having to heal, which means we've got gold to work with, which means we can work on improving our deck via either passives or orbs, which is definitely one of the best ways to go about winning Cruciball 20, but you can still get unlucky. No matter how good your comp is, you can generally always get unlucky. There are definitely some exceptions to that rule though. There are some very good builds you can pull off. Very good builds indeed. Usually there's an exception. Awesome damage. Refresh Perspective is just a great way to make sure that we're just getting a decent chunk of damage every single turn, and doesn't matter if it's not too much more because it is simply just enough. With that being said, being forced to shoot horrible into terrible into thingy has actually given him one hit, which is impressive. Very cool. 63 Ball Lightning. That is exactly the orb I was thinking of for Refresh Perspective, frankly. Ball Lightning is very good. Unfortunately, I don't know if I want it level 3. I'll pass. I'm fine not to have it level 3 before the elite fight. Would be good, but not necessary. Book, Critical Equilibrium. Both are solid, but anytime you can be improving your AoE and you have bad AoE, you probably should. We are fighting Slimes, which is an enemy which, you know, would be nice to have not AoE powers, instead high single target damage powers, but Critical Equilibrium doesn't really represent that for us either, does it? So definitely just a cookbook there. A lot of hits we can get which would work well with that. Interesting, hitting those bombs immediately, usually extremely not ideal, but we have cookbook, so I'm not too worried. All we need to do is get a lovely bomb somewhere, and I'm sure that things will be looking a lot simpler. Yeah. Yep, there we go. We got one right back there as well, which is pretty funny. Could be a ton of damage. Oh, I missed the bomb. Okay, sure. Sure, I guess. I mean, at least I'm not losing too much health. I've got easy access to a bomb. Could be able to get a kill. 47 damage. Awesome. Awesome. Go that way. There was an Oh My Gold there as well, which is very interesting. If I was lacking AoE powers more, I would definitely consider that more. That is a run losing event. It's really bad to get that event, because you're not getting anything beneficial for yourself, and instead you're losing 9 health. And that's just pretty rough. Look about pretty rough. Lance is pretty consistently what I like to call the worst Area 1 boss. I think they're definitely the most consistently the worst Area 1 boss. Minotaur can be pretty nasty. Minotaur is the run ender of the two. Now if you enter plants on 100 health, you usually won't die. If you enter Minotaur on 100 health, you very much can die. You know, he can just do that to you. which is pretty rude, honestly, pretty rude. Oh, I didn't get another bomb there. I was hoping to get another bomb there. I was also hoping to get a crit. Getting a kill would have been extremely nice. Because the problem with plants is it'll just strip so much health away from you. So I am losing a lot of health here, yes. That is going to suck a lot. But I am still just about to enter a restore, and buying a passive might just be more impactful than healing. Because it could be like a healing relic or, for example, you know, an apple a day. Which it can't be because we already have, but it is generally what I would default to. I think it is still correct. Should be able to get the kill there. Awesome. Could have been significantly better, that's for sure. 109 gold, so we can buy 2 passives, Free Philosopher's Stone, Recom. Recom's really good here, so we can just kind of lean more towards a bomb direction because it doesn't seem like it really wants to give us other things, does it? Fresh Bandana is just very decent, especially with Recom. It's actually pretty insane, especially with the Ball Lightning. Like, it's kind of a shame. Oh, there isn't another Ball Lightning. I'm gonna say it's kind of a shame I can't pick up another Ball Lightning, but there's not one there to pick up. Decoy Orb, Molten Gold. This is a very low impact store. I was hoping to get any bomb relic, really. Pretty much any bomb relic as well. But Decoy Orb, just to buy you an extra turn, is very nice in a lot of fights, especially when you've got a competent late game plan, which we do. Recom Alchemist's Cookbook is very solid. And Molten Gold, just to boost up our gold a little bit, is also nice. We will be filling that gold difference later. And very importantly, I need to do 2 upgrades on the Ball Lightning, and preferably as many heals as I can fit in there as well. So that's why I appreciate having the Molten Gold there. Just really need to increase some things, and I just don't think like something like the Salt Totem is just wise there. You know, we can't afford to be spending our time doing that. Max health increasing. I'd rather not be losing health directly on the fights. Level 2 Rubble is honestly, frankly, extremely good, but I think it's better to just focus on upgrading the Ball Lightning here. Rubble's not that amazing in the slime fight, and I am pretty worried about the slime fight. I really need to get off at least 1 heal before the slime fight, and then I'll be happier. Still not the easiest. Right, we did get that shot 1. As long as we got 1 bomb, I guess I'm happy, but I really do not want to lose 6 health here. Awesome. A really big deal. Very, very nice to see, and then I can just go like this. Extra 220 health in this fight, but our AoE power is pretty exceptional, honestly. It's pretty exceptional. So I'm not really all that worried. Like we're getting closer and closer to being able to heal, but then I just hit him with Chiska, so it's looking much more contentious again, isn't it? I don't know, the Ball Lightning upgrade is such a huge deal that I may just have to roll with that. Oh wow, this is... How many extra tree trunks am I going to get this run? It's very unlucky. Realistically, if you are just going to get a run with this many extra tree trunks, it's fine. You're probably going to lose, and that's fine. It is Cruci 19 just messing you up a whole bunch, basically. That being said, 49. So what do I do the upgrade on here? Because I think it's actually the Ball Lightning, which is weird, because Machuska is really good when upgraded. But I think it is just the Ball Lightning. Definitely makes the most sense, doesn't it? 58. That actually might just be it. Not yet. Awesome. I do just want as much gold as we can get. There is a chance that, like, maybe upgrading the Machuska is actually better. I can do that now. That just feels so risky. Oh wow. Duplo might also be ideal, but I think it is just the Ball Lightning upgrade. I think it is the Machuska upgrade. The problem is Ball Lightning is also not that good on the slime map. There's a lot of stuff which just isn't that good on the slime map. We just need slightly more health to deal with this fight. As it stands, I don't actually believe that we have enough health to deal with this fight. And frankly, our orb setup is completely ridiculous. I think that I would not be shocked if we lose purely because of that. All of my high impact orbs are late, and the problem with my high impact orbs is I have Recombobulator, so I need to be shooting them early, having them pop a bunch of pegs, upgrading them, getting bombs there, and then the bombs are making their way back later. But unfortunately that just didn't happen because they were all so late. I do have Decoy Orb, which buys time, and that's amazing, but is it enough? That is the question, because this is much rougher than it should have been. Realistically, my deck setup should have been so much more interesting, but look at my Machuska. I mean, what can you do? I feel like we've just been put into a very unfortunate position here. And whilst this was actually a pretty cool run, pretty decent run too, we got a bit too unlucky towards the end there, and that's just catapulted it to a loss, I suppose. I think we probably could have won there, but oh well, a bit unlucky. I just had a little bit, not enough health to work with, and then I got really unlucky. Special button to Assault Totem. Special button is not really the best Peglin relic for damage. It's a really good round rule and Spinvento relic for damage. On this class though, it matters a lot less. A lot of the time you will find this. I missed a bomb shot one. I missed a bomb shot too. Okay, well, sometimes this will just happen as well. And frankly, if something like this happens and you've got a bad seed, I would recommend just resetting. This isn't a bad seed per se, it's just not a good one. It can still be a good seed, you know, we can still get good stuff. It's probably not going to happen. Just very unfortunate so far. Let's hope it improves from here, right? But I took more damage than I should have on this fight, for sure. Still got 29 gold though, which is a lot to work with. Actually very pleasant. Temple Hazard is great early game. Just don't think it's the pick here. We don't have anything to go along with it. Not all too crazy with Special Button, and we've got that early store. I'm very picky with my orbs, you know, because the problem is you can pick up like Temple Hazard, and you know it's nice. You spend the gold on it. It saves you some health in Area 1, allows you to get to Area 2 and Area 3. But because I picked up the Chemical Hazard and I was upgrading it to take care of this elite, I bought one less passive in the store, and then because I got to Area 3 and I didn't have the short fuse when I found the Annihilate's Gunpowder, or you know, that kind of nonsense, suddenly I'm just dead in Area 3 instead of being dead in Area 1. Which is why sometimes I do turn down what looks like good options, because late game I feel like they're not providing me the same amount of value that like just going to a store would. 62 gold is very impressive here. Very impressive. I have Total Orbit Story. Man, if we had more chests, it'd be a very easy choice. Early Orbit Story is really good, and I have Total did kind of betray me last run, so sure, we'll just play for chests from here on out. Some of my best runs have just been playing for question marks and just getting insane question marks. So, you know, that definitely is a strategy that works. I do think this might just be run over though. This is not a friendly fight if you don't have extra AoE powers. Even just one extra AoE source is a breakpoint in this fight, but if you don't have one extra AoE source in this fight, not only do you not have a breakpoint, but these red guys hit really hard, and then you probably also don't have good single target damage. I mean, this final guy he's just gonna own you, honestly. They were like 40 health or something. It's a rough fight when you don't have extra AoE powers. You will just lose a lot of health, and that's gonna be unfortunate. There's just no point shooting the horrible. This doesn't do what I need it to do, unfortunately. Just trying to go for these bombs because it just makes the breakpoints easier. It's fine. Damage per shot is definitely passable. I do need to make sure not to kill this guy though. I'll just shoot over here, try and pop some gold perhaps. And then I need to reload. I just can't kill him there, because then I'm going to have this guy smacking me on the reload and he does significantly more damage. I am just dead here though because I got my dagger. The only shot I had of winning is if I didn't get my dagger, and I got a high damage dagger shot against this 360 health menace that is still alive. Because he's got 360 health and he deals 8 damage per turn. You know, like, sure, we can get a good shot which deals like 80 damage or something. Okay, I thought that would do 80 damage, it dealt 70. But that just doesn't matter. We need to get them back to back to back to back to back, and then we're out of health anyway. This is fine. As I said, I do just like ramming into the early elites, and a lot of the time you just won't have a good match into them. You know, that's just fine. Sometimes I will. Complex Claw, Improved Catalyst. I'm going to take the Improved Catalyst. I just don't think that Complex Claw is all that valuable in this class yet. And Improved Catalyst, as we saw, would have been a breakpoint in that fight, as well as just playing for bombs is generally a very safe thing to do. You're going to pick up pretty much any bomb thing you see, just because you need to improve your AoE, and bombs are generally the best way to improve your AoE. As such, Improved Catalyst can actually get decent value. I don't actually like Improved Catalyst all that much, but we weren't really given the most extravagant options there. And as we can see here, having that tiny bit of extra bomb damage is just a breakpoint in this fight, isn't it? Which is why Improved Catalyst is nice, you know, it is just a breakpoint. And anytime a passive is a breakpoint, it immediately gains a lot more value. And there are a lot of passives. Cruciball is insane here. Also, talk about insane. Sometimes all it takes is just getting a good seed. And yeah, having this many chests is a very good omen. Now, of course, we can misnavigate, but luckily we didn't. Wow. Oh my. Okay, short fuse already. Very good start. Refresh perspective, very solid. I do just need the upgrading that it provides. And as I said, going for chests on this class is just really good. Small packages to play for Matsuska and there are probably a few other small orbs that are definitely just worth picking it up for. Echo 10 is just not doing much for you as well, so. Short fuse improved catalyst for the next elite that we're fighting. Oh wow. So we have improved catalyst for this fight, you know, like I picked it up because of how last round went, and would you look at what we got? We did hit a bomb immediately, which is unfortunate. You know, short fuse is responsible for that. Short fuse is generally going to be decent, but there are definitely going to be times where you're going to wish that your bombs had 2 hits in them, because hitting them early is not ideal. Or terrible as well. Terrible is definitely worth shooting then, isn't it? But yeah, being able to get that many chests in this class is just so good. Early chests are so strong, especially on Peglin. As I mentioned, it's just so strong on Peglin. Purely because you really want... And I just need this refresh, and then I'm actually not in a bad spot because of refresh perspective on this map. Refresh perspective is such a good boss melter, which is precisely what this fight needs. I still lose a decent chunk of health here, right? Like, still actually a pretty big chunk of health. That's just fine. Just so much better than it was last time. Night and day difference. Also, if we can get a crit on this next hit as well, that would be huge, but that might be asking for a bit too much, eh? To the point where it might be better shooting the horrible, but I won't. I have maintained the terrible for this shot, which is not bad, I guess. The terrible can just get a ton of damage because we do have small packages for it. Yep, so like we lost a whole lot of health there. Just fine. Like we get to pick up a Doctor Orb, we've got pick upgrading going on, and we still get to upgrade our Potion Ball. Not a collector. I mean, we're very clearly just trying to build towards bomb nonsense here. Sounds wonderful. Collector is just a very good find for us, really good. Especially with Potion Ball. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a map where short fuse is kind of going to troll us. There are maps where you really want to save your bombs, and I'm afraid short fuse makes you very good at hitting your bombs, which, well, not very good. It makes you much better at hitting your bombs. Which definitely can be a detriment. However, Powder Collector is an insane relic. Really good. I pretty much love Prime Slime, Powder Collector, Slimy Sow, Popping Corn, all of those relics that are just like hit a whole bunch of bakes to gain value, because usually the value that you're getting off of it is just so good. I do want to hit a bomb basically now. Awesome. I do get to shoot a Doctor Orb, and the Doctor Orb does get to not hit a crit. Okay, got it. It still gets to heal me, and like, that's just fine. Boom, plus 14 health. I spent 25 gold on that. Basically how much a heal costs. Awesome, I probably lost way more health in this fight than I should have, but it's fine. My bombs deal 50 damage, and I can just keep shooting them, because I left my side bombs active. I apparently missed that one though. Awesome stuff. Seriously, big deal. Getting that extra elite was pretty funny, wasn't it? We'll just max out the Potion Ball. It is a very good AoE orb currently. Duplicate pot. Clear the way, Mask of Joy. I think this is just a dupe pot here. I think it is just pretty decent. If I can get a refresh shuffle, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? As well as generating extra crits is just nice for us, so it's just decent all around. Imagine I get like a Machuska shell as well. That's one of the nice things about taking small packages. It's also got boss passive high roll, whereas Echo Chamber just simply does not. I'm actually going to do this now. I think it's a fine shot. It's not going to heal much, but it's basically never going to heal much anyway. I'm just fine with that. I'm fine with that shot. 50 gold. At this stage I am going to start saving for the store. I only really want to be upgrading the Doctor Orb if my health feels like it really needs it, and 63 health for this far through the map with no elites in my future. You know, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just don't need to. Maybe I should have hit the bomb last shot, I suppose. Fine though. Imagine we can get 14 damage, or maybe not, sure. Or cool stuff. Basically managed to get all the gold as well, which is sick. Alright, awesome stuff. Go this way. Also weird to be getting another chest. It's just like, I've already gotten so many chests this run though. Fresh banana is just very solid. I don't think going for it is worth it purely because I want the fight for the gold. I don't have enhanced either, so... Okay. Not my happiest fight ever. This is a fight where I do generally consistently lose much more health than I'm happy to lose. Powder collector is on 5, so I'll shoot a shot like this and it will not hit either bomb. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly acceptable. Does that? Awesome. I mean, yep, what more can I ask for? It wasn't what I was trying to do. Does it matter? No. No, it was better than what I was trying to do, so definitely does not matter. Very cool. I've got so much gold to work with. I've lost barely any health, especially for this map. And just am generally very pleased. Very, very nice to see. I believe a shot like this will suffice. We'll be able to hit a refresh. Oh, we did not hit a refresh. We'll get a lot of bombs too. Full lightning. Full lightning is very good at bomb spam. Very good. I just think it's better to save gold for the store here. I need to buy Ball Lightning. Get to heal on that fight, which is a tad unfortunate. If I get Potion Ball into Doctor Orb, yeah, just like this, I should actually upgrade my board pretty well, and as such, be able to get a decent enough heal from the Doctor Orb that I'm pretty happy. Like this. You crit. I'm not going to get that much of a heal if I don't crit. But honestly, I don't need that much of a heal. Like, even just getting 4 health every now and then is just fine. I spent 25 gold on this and it has given me more than a heal's worth of value. That's for sure. I did not take the Mask of Joy. An extra dagger might be worth adding to my deck, but honestly I probably wouldn't have added it. Awesome, so what have we got here? A whole lot of not much is what it looks like. A tad unfortunate, but we do not... Oh, we don't have recon. Damn, we have a lot of good bomb stuff, but recon was last. So it is Mole. I think I definitely want the Orbit Story here. The extra healing source might just be what I'm looking for as well. Not the most ideal. Yeah. Yeah, no, that all checks out. Like, just pick up this stuff and move along. Perfectly fine. A 10 gold discount on the shuffle pot is very nice. Definitely not shooting this Doctor immediately. If I shoot it later, I might just be able to get a full heal off of it. How good I am expecting it could be, because we have a lot of good stuff. 2 refreshes on the board with a shuffle pot is very pleasant. Very, very pleasant indeed. Bit of a shame it doesn't line up properly though, but that's fine. 50 damage? It's a breakpoint in this fight. See what I mean about improved catalyst? Right, like, as long as it's a breakpoint, you're getting good value, and it is just a breakpoint in multiple fights. As clearly seen here. Having access to multiple refreshes on the board is such a huge deal too. So nice. Double bomb, so that plant gets instantly smited. He's only on 358 health now, like, just looking pretty decent. Grab that Doctor Orb, shall we? Because it looks like that fight ain't gonna be lasting much longer. Wow, that tree is gonzo. Yeah, no, it's done. Awesome, I'm at full health. I got a Bob Orb. That's insane. I will hold off on upgrading it once purely just to view where the store is on Area 2. Okay, these are some passives. I don't actually need to deal damage, do I? Status symbol might just be... I turned down both Flaunty Gauntlets and Mask of Joy. Okay. I was considering it as if I might have had them, but I did not. Bomb Steel double damage is actually very considerable. Yeah, actually not all that bad. Viridian is spooky, but it's pretty good. Endless Devouring, I mean, yeah. It is just Viridian here. I'm just not the best with Viridian. But yeah, we basically just wanted to keep our health afloat, and we were doing that. It's just we got very lucky with the map giving us so many chests, gave us the tempo to deal with elites. Yeah, Viridian should just be pretty good here. I don't have a Bubble, I don't have House of Slime, so I don't have to worry about that. Sorry, a Rubble. So I don't have to worry about that stuff. Bubble, Potion Ball, and Dog Double pretty fine with this stuff. I think it is just pretty good overall, and it's just a question of navigation, I think. Just how does my navigation end up? Is the important question. Very good gold collection as well. I'm very impressed with that. Looks like we will go right. Right cannot miss navigate after all. And if there's one thing I'm scared about with Viridian, it's definitely miss navigation, because I unfortunately I do not have like... That's fine. It's perfectly fine. Oh, navigation inflation, honestly. Maybe not perfectly fine, maybe better. I don't know what that other question mark would have been, but that's pretty good here, and I can't misnavigate from this. The Quadra is just really good for me. Now I can spam add Shuffle Orbs to my deck. Level 2 Shuffle Orbs just being very decent is solid. Let's try that. Oh, it bounced out so fast. I knew it would bounce with extreme momentum, but it was bouncing at an angle. I didn't expect it to immediately leave. Getting that kill is actually really nice. I really wanted the extra gold. Actually, how did you miss the crit? I was aiming straight at it pretty much. Thank you very much. Wow. I don't expect the Daggle to be doing this much, but Viridian is very good. All my complaints about misnavigation, of course, and my misnavigations. It is a very, very good relic. As long as you can use it well, you are gonna be golden, pretty much. Really good. That was the elite. Wow, that was so fast. So fast. Or Olga, Puppet, Bag of Orange Pegs. Interesting. Not really the biggest fan of any of these. Not for this run. I think it probably is not Bag of Orange Pegs, actually. Probably just... Ooh, fighting. Infection. Olga is just... None of these are really what I need. Maybe it's just Bag of Orange Pegs, but I have pretty good refreshing capability. I'll just take Puppet. Puppet might just be fine. I probably don't need it to be anything much more than that. Awesome. And let's just take care of you immediately. Get some of these big pegs slimed and get a bunch of powder collector value as well. Not bad. Nope. Okay. That was the opposite of not bad, unfortunately. Not hitting pegs a whole lot with like this though. The only problem. Was apparently a pretty big problem. There we go. We should actually be able to get decent damage on this. Terrible? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Cool stuff. We can heal on the reload as well. Having Puppet just to save a bit of health, I guess, really is not all too bad. It's like, yeah, I just don't need extra Pierce powers though, that's the thing. That's why I turned down the Olga. I just don't need it. I'll just shoot like that. It actually gets the kill. Damn, I was really hoping to get to shoot the Dog. Just topping myself off is pretty nice after all. 180 gold though. Very nice to see. See what the store's got for us. There's a lot of stuff I'm willing to buy. A lot of stuff. Rubble definitely is not one, but Rejuice absolutely is one. Very, very good. Very good to see. Ground Guard also very, very good. And that basically solves what the final one is, doesn't it? We're definitely just removing that. The Terrible is way better than a Pebble currently. It's double proccing, which is pretty cool. I like it a lot. Now let's not mess around with this fight, shall we? Oh, I can't change targets, yep. That is indeed how this works. Actually, we'll shoot towards the crit rather than the bombs. Try and get the bombs later. I'll shoot the Doctor Orb the second time round. Not upgraded yet, so it's just not really doing all that much healing. I should probably upgrade it. I am paying the price for it here, I believe. Luckily this shot should be pretty solid. Yep, just enough. Cool stuff. I was paying the price for my Doctor being upgraded, so let's upgrade it. There we go. Our health should be able to zoom right back up. We have Puppet as well, which is really awesome. That is a recon. Hello. It's versus a persist. It's a hard call. They're both really good. But it's definitely just recon here. Recon is premium. Persist is also pretty premium, but fortunately I can only take one. Right, I just really need a good second shot. About as simple as it gets. Not really. Really, unfortunately. Luckily, Potion Board always has my back. And Potion Board is just such a good orb. It really is. I love Potion Board. Alright, very good stuff. Nice. Because I was actually potentially thinking about actually pressing the heal button. Particularly for that last fight, but it's just totally not worth it with the Dog in our deck. And we just need to not hit bombs here. Awesome. Because this map is so upgraded that I just get to shoot this, and then boom. I'm at full health, all the enemies are dead. It's just pretty beautiful, isn't it? Recon was very nice to see. I need this refresh desperately. My greeting capabilities, no. Not the same shot. There we go. Awesome. Because currently I need gold, and a really good way to get gold, I have one more fight, is by hitting more bombs. Crits also refresh, that is insane. Yep, plus 100 gold there, that's just insane. So good. It's just runwingly good, simple as that. Fleece, we've got a lot of critting capabilities, so that is great to see. Only 2 bombs there, but 2 bombs is so much gold. The reason why we're just so interested in extra refreshes is our gold engine is actually kind of good off of those refreshes because we're creating extra bombs and then we are refreshing the bombs back. So it's really... Definitely just want to do that upgrade as well. Don't actually need the... Let's just do that. Much more gold than one measly coin peg that I was planning on aiming at. Thank you very much. That's not me joking either. I got all the gold there, I was very happy. Getting that extra bob as well is awesome. I even managed to puppet away the health loss from the anvil. Not that the health loss really mattered, but, you know, nice to be able to do that. I definitely need more removals in my deck though. I have a lot of good orbs, I just am shooting the bad orbs because I'm forced to shoot them. Don't have ambidextrous after all. This really isn't that all that good of a fight for me though. Not yet. It could very easily be very quickly, but not yet. I also haven't seen that many shuffle pots. Or shuffle orbs rather. Which is interesting, I thought I would have seen more. Because unfortunately our AoE powers are just very good, and our upgrading powers are also good. You know, we can get a lot of damage that way. It's just... having overwhelming AoE powers in this fight is not actually as good as one might hope. Unfortunately, it can be very unfortunate. Luckily we do also have Critical Melissa's Fleece though, which is something that I was really hoping to take proper advantage of. And it looks like right there we did take pretty good advantage. Like I just shouldn't shoot that. That was definitely the wise choice. Actually I need to get over there, get those crits. If I'm getting a ton of crits then I'm perfectly happy. 14. Without a doubt I am just going to shoot this terrible. Hopefully get a ton of damage here. Yep, perfect. Get an absolute ton of damage. Then I get to shoot the Dog next shot, it full heals me, hits a bunch of bombs and just finishes up the fight. Awesome. Yep, a bit scary, right? A bit scary. Bringing overwhelming AoE into this fight. We didn't full heal. I'm at full health though, but it was not a full heal. Awesome. Bringing overwhelming AoE into this fight can indeed be a detriment. There's a reorganizer, I made sure not to miss it. Almost missed it, honestly. We have really good gold. Consuming Chalice. Be the pick. Yeah, no, it's just really good here. Just really good. We just play for shuffle orbs for our overwhelming damage, and then we've got really good AoE and overwhelming damage, and we're in a really good spot. Being able to pick up the crits also refresh just guarantees that I can just take that, because my refreshes are in a really good spot. And that is just really good to see, because now all of my orbs can do damage just as long as they hit a crit, which I only have 1 crit on the board, I believe. But when I hit that 1 crit, oh yeah. Nice work, Horrible. It's always nice to see the Horrible putting in good work. Especially when the good work is that. You know, that was a lot of damage. Definitely just going to grab that full heal there. Absolutely no reason not to. And then I just need to make sure to hit this refresh and then I'm absolutely golden. Hit way more bombs there than I would have liked, but whatever. Do I have Orbit Story? I do, that was this run. Awesome, because there are so many question marks in my path. I really wish I had Unicorn Horn because I suck at aiming. I thought that was a safe shot to hit a lot of bombs. Apparently not. Okay, that was not as grand as I was hoping. Luckily the bubbles are just really beneficial for me to be shooting. And I do not mind losing health if it means getting to shoot them. Because this is definitely a fight where having overwhelming single target damage would be better, but I want to make my bombs so that I have no gold for the... Oh, it's actually only 1 store, isn't it? It's unfortunate, isn't it? Oh well. Top lining could be really good. Yeah, it's only 1 store. I technically can re-navigate, you know. That is technically something that I can do. Can happen. Oh my. Alright, my gold is just very stacked. I need to be aggressively upgrading, honestly. Ambidextrous is ridiculously insane for me to get. I need to be spam upgrading and I need to be trying to find removals. Okay, extra enemy in this fight. It's really rough because they start detonating so much faster. And one of the other big problems it has is you have 1 less turn to kill the next person as well, because they're closer. So the damage that you would normally be chucking onto them, which gets them killed pretty fast, is instead going onto the guy in front of them, who you usually can't kill. Most builds just can't kill that guy. which gets very rough. Yep. I don't feel the need to spend extra gold, but I definitely need to be spending the 25 gold each time. Talk about spending the 25 gold. I do need to recuperate my health, preferably sooner rather than later. Currently, not actually all that high. But I am fine to just wait a bit, shoot my bob whoops, get my gold, shoot my potion book, shoot my dog dog. Awesome, that works perfectly. I don't need to shoot the shuffle orb. The nice thing about the shuffle orb as well is sometimes you just get basically more value from discarding it purely because the on discard text is just fine if you've got shuffle bot. Other times you're just happy to get to it, discard it, and move along. Yep, but we just really wanted this heal, and we got the heal. Yep. Now we're at full health, and we're at full health again. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. My bombs are back, which means this shot. Yep, awesome. I really wanted to leave those bombs active, although maybe not wise because I do care about navigation. But I mean, what matters more, navigation or elites? Why not both, right? Or navigation or gold? Sure, I guess. That was a good shot. That was what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, still not enough. Cruciball just performing well. Not bad, not bad. Alright, Potion Ball doing Potion Ball things. Awesome. Basically gives me the win for this fight, doesn't it? I do actually want to discard though. Reload. It's my next deck, so that I can shoot my Doctor or grab a heal and close out this fight. After all, why not? My bombs can just close out the fight. Just grab that refresh or the crit. It also refreshes after all. Awesome stuff. And of course with my boss passive, Consuming Chalice, it's very rough removing the refresh from the board when you're trying to do a shuffle build. You just want as many refreshes and crits on the board as you can get. But again, I was fine to do it just because my crit's also refreshed. Super might be good here. Might be very good. Fine not to take it though. Cookbook when I have recon. Refresh also crit, but I did reduce my refreshes by 1. Yeah, Cookbook is just very good here. I see, that's perfectly fine. It might be 1 less orbit story value actually, but still just perfectly fine. Good stuff. Alright, we've managed to get pretty much all of the area 2 fights, which are very, very good at stealing your health. Not the best, but I mean, our health seems to be in perfectly fine condition, doesn't it? 52 is really not all that bad. I'm actually going to shoot this, purely just to give myself a bit more health to recover with my Dog Orb. And then we get to shoot the Dog Orb and watch as it... Probably not going to regen all of it, actually. Oh no, it's going to regen all of it because it didn't die that shot. Awesome stuff. Rub. It's the one boss that's not weak to Rub, as well as, again, my boss passive is Viridian Trinket, you know. Rub is unfortunately unwise with the Viridian Trinket. It generally just doesn't end up working out well. I got 112 gold there, and I navigated correctly. I'm very impressed with that. Lucky penny isn't... Okay. Yep, it's pretty good here. It's, pretty good. I don't think there was a single passive I wanted more, to be honest. Just insane here. Sure. Right now we've got so many crits on the board, which means so many refreshes on the board, and once you have so many refreshes on a Pegtar fight, you just get to the late game so much faster, which is pretty neat. But at the late game, that kind of just dies. I will shoot you in double discard, I suppose, sure, I'm fine with that. Or maybe not. Maybe the Terrible just gets simply enough damage because of one passive we got earlier, Small Packages. Just been putting in work, hasn't it? Affected Reactant. Ring, Pocket Watch. Honestly, they're all actually pretty decent. I just got so much gold to work with. Shame I didn't have more stores. That would have been nice. Okay, that's pretty sick. Both very good orbs there. Do need to care about my health though, don't I? Oh, we also got Machuska Small Packages. It's something that I was looking for earlier, but did not actually have access to yet. I might as well just buy all the passives there. Even if they only have a tiny, tiny impact, you know, that's still an impact, and I'm not going to be able to spend my gold. Very simply. Not possible. Alright, Potion Ball, because Potion Ball hopefully doesn't kill him. I think that might be asking for a bit too much, frankly. But I do want to shoot my Dog once. Just once. Unfortunately, I shot a Potion Ball. So I'm definitely just going to press buttons here, because I should just be pressing buttons now. Okay, Refreshive plus Bomb Stuff is insane. just so good. Effective criticism's also really good, but yeah, no, it's definitely just repressive there. Actually, I guess it isn't definitely just repressive there, it was definitely the debuff stuff, purely because I care more about anti-square stuff, but whatever. They're both good here. I'm just wondering how much impact repressive is actually going to have on the final fight. Obviously you need to get the kill for it to have an impact, but despite that, it can still just be very much worth having. It's the question of whether or not it will. Bam! Should have so much gold to work with. Yep, I just have so much gold to work with, awesome. Great stuff. So, a lot of Crucible 20 I feel is just managing Area 1. You know, I generally keep depending on how far you get through the area, it's alright for you to have lost more health. Most of the time I'm doing healing, it'll be in the later stages of Area 1. Like, if I'm like 60% of the way through Area 1 and I'm on like 30% of my health, that doesn't really map out, you know? I probably can't beat the final boss with 30% of my health if I've already lost 30% of my health at that stage. Oh my god, this is a lot of gold I have access to here, but I'm not sure how much I'll actually be able to claim. Awesome, sprouting some investment, Grabby Hand. I'll take Grabby Hand, it's actually pretty good here. Grabby Hand is not a passive I care about like ever, but there is actually one boss fight where I care about it honestly quite a bit. Actually just pretty nice here. Oh wow, so we should be able to get a lot of damage for this first shot, especially if you actually stay on the map. Which you did, awesome. Bit of a shame I don't have Echo now, isn't it? Like wow, that was just a very good first shot, and I'm pretty sure we should just be able to follow through with that really easily. And awesome. My pebbles have so much damage as well. Oh, you weren't targeting the top enemy? Okay, sure. I'll shoot the dog now, sure. Might as well grab a heal. It's the bombs as well. We'll shoot that. Awesome. You just gotta keep claiming kills. It's that simple. Yeah, cool. So, what do you do? You know what? I might actually just do a few more Area of 1 runs and just try and explain some things after this. Because I did get really lucky with my Area 1. And definitely I think that a big part of beating Cruci 20 is just playing for that luckiness. But, you know, it's very rare to get that lucky. So playing for bombs, extremely solid. We did just get so much value out of the bob-orbs here. And then anything that can proc the bombs as well. You know, the Machoska was really good for that. The Potion Ball was really good for that. Potion Ball is just really good in general because it gives you access to healing as well. Dog Orb is just so valuable. Literally any single orb that heals you. It's, okay, maybe not any single orb. A lot of the really good orbs that heal you, they're just so worth picking up. It's insane how much else you'll get off of them. You'll spend 25 gold to pick them up, maybe an extra 50 gold to upgrade them, and you're going to get so much more value out of it than 75 gold. Some orbs you do want to upgrade to level 3 as well. There's some that you can definitely get away with not upgrading to level 3. You know, like sometimes Balm, Dog Orb, and Nosferatu, all three of them, you just don't really need to upgrade them. Potion Ball, though, it definitely needs to be upgraded to level 3. You can get value out of it when it's not upgraded, for sure. It's a good orb then, but it's not a great orb, and it's an absolutely amazing orb later. We are getting those immediate passives, so this is a breakpoint in elite fights. This is really good for elite fights for just... It gives you slightly more health to work with because you can access your bombs faster. This allows you to melt some bosses, as it did. Like, we saved a lot of health because of how quickly we managed to melt slime. And small packages in that final one. It was a synergy relic. I was hoping to pick up synergy for it later. I didn't actually find it. I didn't get shell. It took me ages to find the Machoska to the point where it didn't really matter at that stage. But despite that, you know, I got good immediate value out of it with the terrible, and that was kind of all I really needed. And from there, you know, I beat the elite, and which meant I just got to access the chest, which meant I got to access the store, which meant the boss fight was pretty easy. You know, like I fought Mole, and I was basically at full health when I exited. And then I got Infinity Gold. And once you have Infinity Gold, you know, you can access a lot. I didn't actually get as much use out of the Infinity Gold as I would have liked, since, let's be honest, I had so much gold at the end there to work with. But I still just had more than enough tempo to just go to all of the elites that I needed. Like being able to have the, oh my god. Even the Consuming Chalice as my second boss passive was just fine. Viridian Trinkets the first was really good. It is very good. I did misnavigate once technically, but the misnavigation was totally fine. And in fact, as I mentioned, made potentially slightly better because the RNG on the left-hand side was definitely good. Definitely really good. Actually, it had the anvil as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, the RNG on the left-hand side was really premium. I don't know if the RNG on the right would have been the same. But yeah, this is definitely what I would consider one of my classic Cruci 20 win conditions to be. So I'm just going to run through a few more Cruci 20 Area 1 seeds. I might not even venture onto Area 2, even if I have a deck that can actually get to that point. Don't think this one's going to be it though. Those passes were not it. Strange Brew is a solid damage boost. it's nothing much more than that. If you get it as your starting boss relic, and you get a bad seed, which this is, a really bad seed, I'd recommend you just concede. It's actually just not worth running the seed in my eyes. It could definitely go well, you know, for sure. Definitely could. Any seed can work out, is the thing. It's just, I wouldn't expect this one to. You know, like if you're going to get a run, which it gives you like an early chest, maybe an extra early chest, and you start off with like a refilibuster. You know, like I feel like that run is many times more likely to actually get you the win here. But yeah, we do have question marks, and we can just take these 2 question marks into this chest, and if we're, as long as we're getting passives, or let's just guard that. If the school instant restore when we've got such a fast store and a second store as well is just not ideal. But we can go into these question marks, we can get stores, we can get gold for the store, and that's just fine. We can also get a remove. That is an insane event. That is definitely one of the best events you can get. As I said, if you get good RNG, things do just line up well. But you need more than one line of good RNG if you're going to have a passive like Strange Brew. Wait, it simply might not be enough. That being said, though, that was a really, really good event to get. But yeah, going to this path, checking these question marks for chests that you want, getting gold for the stores, should just be pretty good. Be pretty nice. If we can get to 105 in particular, that would be sick. Probably a bit too far, but it would be nice. I'm fine to lose a tiny bit of health, I suppose. Probably not. Probably not necessary. Reduce, sure. It actually makes it viable to get to the gold amount that I'm looking for. I'm just going to claim a guaranteed kill here. Otherwise I need 2 bombs to get a kill. Okay. The kill is delayed even further. Very unfortunate. And even further for the other plant again. Very, very unfortunate. I can just aim directly for this bomb though, so of course I shall. 83. I might be able to get to 100, and from there I can just potentially hit 1 bomb in the final fight. I did actually shoot the Horrible there on purpose. I actually just wanted the gold collection that the Horrible provides. So I think getting to 105 here is vital. I think it's crucially important because I need good RNG in the store. You know what? Actually doesn't look all that bad anymore. That being said, my health is in a completely ridiculous state and there's like no way I'm making it out of this alive, but I'm at 105. There is the collateral. Oh, I'm going to turn it down purely. Oh, I can't aim directly at this. Oh my. Okay, well, there's the gold I wanted. We're on 25 health, that's the price we paid for it though. So I might be in a very bad spot. Oh, I'm just in a very bad spot. This is just pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. Oh, you know what? This is actually pretty good here. This is actually not bad. I just need some upgrades on my deck. It's pretty urgent. Okay, yeah, like it's not all that bad. Being able to get the extra crit is actually a pretty big deal there because I've got multiple orbs in my deck which want that. Oh my Gold is really good AoE, that sets me up really well for some boss fights. You know, like if I get a plant, one good Oh my Gold shot could save me so much health. One of the funny things about shooting Oh my Gold on this map is you do actually... I just do this and then get the crit on the roll, and I'm fine, right? Awesome. Actually, I'm going to do this. Guarantee I get it. I just need the guarantee there. That's all I need. So I'm going to go upgrade or Nimble upgrade. Nimble upgrade means it actually gets to do something apart from being a worse deck gold. But I think it is just the Oh my Gold upgrade. Second focus, hold on. Hold on. Actually very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. As I said, even the worst runs can just have the good RNG that you need to win. Is this good enough? You know, is a Sash with decent damage, decent AoE damage, decent scaling good enough? It definitely can be. Will it be? Who knows? But a lot of what I plan for Cruci 20 is just based around the seeds that I get for sure. You know, it's like being able to adapt to oh, there's a store this fast, so going to these question marks might not be the most ideal because I really want to be getting more gold for this store, but also like, you know, I'm playing Peglin, getting chests, especially with the starting Strange Brew, is just kind of necessary. Let's just go for that refresh, shall we? Awesome. That was a really cool shot. Do I have 60 gold? No. Fine. Cool, let's just bounce onto that bomb, shall we? Perfectly acceptable. I've actually just got a lot of gold to work with. Every juice was really nice. This shot is just insane. Like, oh my gob's actually a really good orb. Really, really good. Definitely recommend picking up. I also recommend picking up Shock Absorber a lot. Would have definitely been insane last round, wouldn't it? This thing. Not expecting this. Having Sash active in a basic fight as well is also a huge deal. Just need to get to my Oh my Gob faster. I didn't actually count if that mattered or not though. Perfect, perfect. I'll take the one hit here. And shoot the Oh my Gob on my next shot. Grab all of those kills. Just so much damage. Like, the numbers on the Oh my God were just so good. I would definitely recommend upgrading it immediately once you get it though. You can't be shooting the Oh my God and have it not killing enemies. The second it's doing that, you can actually get put in a really rough spot sometimes. And that orb needs to be level 3 as well. It's just the Oh my God takes priority. Oh my God is a very big deal. Okay, I have really good AoE, it's just in orb form unfortunately. Hit it at the other end of my deck. So I will be forced to take the initial salvo. What's that? Awesome stuff. Oh, sorry, why are you aiming that back? Auto targeting, thank you very much. I'll do that. I just want to not disrupt the roll. How does this roll work? Awesome. That was such a interesting shot. I'm also not going to heal, and no point upgrading the Shock Absorber either. I want to pop my Sash after all. My Sash could line up really well here. It could line up really, really well. It's actually really interesting. The thing is, you can just play extremely risky. You know, we very clearly did that this run. Very, very clearly. And the thing is, if you're just getting a Sash, and then you're getting orbs like Oh my God, which is very, very good. It's really good to see the Oh my God. Then you can just put yourself into a good position because of that. It's been kind of insane so far. I need to get caught in a vine twice, right? Definitely should be doable. Oh! Late for that. Okay. Plan changed. Not a fan of that. Yeah, definitely just dead here. Okay, okay, good. I was gonna say, like, I didn't think this run would be able to win, but alright, good to see. So that was a pretty wonky seed, as I said, with that starting passive and that seed, I would not expect to win out of that run. If it were to win, you know, like, oh my God nonsense right there with scaling in the end game, with 2 crits on the board with great crit damage, is definitely what I would expect it to look like. So here we have Eye of Turtle, Reduce, which has been doing amazingly recently, and Enhanced Gunpowder. I will generally always just take the Enhanced Gunpowder, it's just insane, especially on this class, especially with that chest right there. If you can get a short fuse, that is of course just free value. The extra damage that you generate from Enhanced is so insane. And the combos with Enhanced are some of the best in the game. Generally, any comp is just happy to accept an Enhanced plus X bonuses. Just really, really good. Much everything gets better because of it. Awesome, so we have early chest, store, and just ignoring elites. Ignoring elites is also a perfectly viable strategy, especially on this class. A lot of other classes can just take elites. You know, they take less damage, they have extra tempo tools to deal with the elites. We don't have any of that. Our tool says that we get lucky. So if you need to get lucky before you can actually take on those elites, go ahead. If that means like you're not taking on elites in Area 1, that is just fine. And, like, if you can get away with taking on elites in Area 1, that is insane. It's really good. But definitely don't expect it all the time. And a lot of the time, if you can just take passives, which lines which just lead you through chests instead of elites, go ahead. You know, ignoring elites is perfectly acceptable. Despite the fact that I do, as we know, I value elites very highly. The ability to get extra gold, a rare relic of your choice, and is that enough? No, it's fine. And there was one other reason, right? Yeah, and gold, of course. Most important reason of all, is a very big deal a lot of the time. A lot of the time that'll be much more impactful than say, just grabbing a chest. Palatable damage. I've got the early store, but I have enhanced, so it's definitely worth it. Playing for bomb focus game plan is definitely ideal. Solves AoE, and with collidable damage, it's also solving the enemies. And my AoE has just become impossible for them to deal with, especially in the earlier stages. Now I just get to say, oh look, I've shot my collidable damage once, you guys are all doomed. Maybe not now, but I'm perfectly fine to trade 5 health on some fights, especially fights where you get an extra blue slime into the enemies just dying. It means I'm not taking a hit from a bat, which leaves me very happy because I don't like taking hits from especially bats. Too bad. 64, fine. Awesome. 67, as long as I can get to 105, I'm so happy. And the E is just insane. It's really good to see. I will go for this here. Of course, if we get a... Wow. Very impressive. If we got the passive there, that would have been sick. We hit every single bomb once. I've never seen that before. If we get the passive there, it is unfortunate if we get reduce, refuse, recycle later, of course. But I can't actually get reduced this run, so that part doesn't matter. If I get a short fuse later, it makes it a lot easier to get it later, so going for it earlier doesn't matter as much, except for the part where I don't care about navigation. So interestingly enough, I think they're forced level 1 though. If they're forced level 1, they're so bad. But interestingly enough, because I've got enhanced gunpowder and no short fuse, Infernorbs are actually very cool. They're definitely something I should consider. I generally just don't like Infernorbs, especially when it comes at an extra 6 health loss. Because you're going to lose more while doing it. Wow, buying passives is really good. Buying bobbles is even better. Buying bobbles is very, very good. Super Boots would have been really good there. I think Super Boots probably would have been the buy, but sometimes orbs are just better than passives. I've got ambidextry, so sometimes orbs are just seriously going to be better than passives. I have flat damage here. In perfect world, I'm not hitting my rig bomb here, but realistically, as long as I'm not... You know what, actually? I'm probably not hitting 2 bombs anyway. I'll just take that health loss. That is more than acceptable. As long as I'm only losing 5 or so health per fight, you know, I've got a bubble band of collidable damage in my deck. I'm perfectly happy to take on random elites. Random chests are going to be a massive help. Things do just look pretty good, but I definitely am getting close to wanting to press the heal button pretty soon. I just want to grab the passive immediately. Hammer of Frost, Peglin Cruci Pendant. Both are very good. We are fighting Mole though, so we'll just take Primer of Frost. That extra level of Pierce is going to be handy, even if not by all that much, but I want to go question marks here for Elite. We can take on pretty much any Elite happily. Just like that, just like that. Always check behind the waterfall way. Yeah, this is the one Elite we really can't take on that easily. So, we got them. This is fine. It's perfectly fine. And now I'll shoot this, and yeah, I am going to get at least 1 rig bomb here. The question is just, do I get more? The answer is no. That is an insane elite fight for me. I just do that, and I can press the heal button here once as well if I wanted, but I just don't need to. Back to Orbicus. The Ties the Blind Mental Man. I'm actually going to take the Ties the Blind here. Very odd choice, but if I get Smoke Mod, that would be pretty cool. Really cool for a lot of fights. And I'm already one-tapping my bombs. So if I can one-tap my bombs and freeze enemies in place, that is just an insane combo. Most of them just really didn't feed me all that much. Aglin's Hat, Filibuster, both are insane. I've been so lucky this run. It's just insane how lucky I've been. Here's the thing, like, it really is just, a lot of the time, just wait until you get lucky on this class. Peglin Tuition will just set you up for that, so even if that means not buying earlier orbs, like for example, let's say like a Rubble, the Jackal, Blanton, or Bull Lightning, all 3 of these are orbs that I definitely will buy early on for tempo sometimes. They're definitely really good, and they're also potentially really, really good late game as well. But a lot of the time I'm picking them up because I've already got a synergy piece to go along with them. But just waiting for like collidable damage or Bobbles, which are like the most premium orbs you can find generally. Collidable damage, less so than Bobble, but collidable damage a lot of the time will be worth it. It's just really good. So really good AoE power versus healing for a collidable damage deck. Both are really good, but it's just hard to turn down a Refilibuster, isn't it? Very hard. I also don't have any extra greed capability, so it's like, I care slightly less. Only slightly though. That's fine. As we all know, I'm not very good at this map. Not at all. I think I've gotten it pretty much every single run. Awesome. I accept much less. I was happy when it was only 1 health loss. And then I hit the second rig bomb. Fine though. My gold collection is very impressive. After all, if need be, I'm more than happy to just press the heal button. This is definitely a scenario where pressing the heal button is premium, absolutely premium. Yes, I could wait for a healing orb, but there's just no need. I've got insane orbs in my deck already. I do not need more insane orbs to win this run. As long as I have enough health. My AoE powers are absolutely incredible in this upcoming fight. Like, the only problem I have is, does this collateral damage just outright kill me? Because it could, it really could. But if it doesn't outright kill me, pretty much gonna kill him. Look at his health. You think he's alive? No, he's not. I've got my Bob coming soon. We also had Primordial Frost there, so if that was a high damage orb, okay. I mean, this is fine. Hopefully fine. After all I need to do is hit this bomb once, down here, and you're done. Oh wait, I don't have boosted bomb damage. Never mind. Hold on. Let's just get that cool bounce and miss it. Hold on. Wow, that actually got much closer than it should have. Way closer than it should have. That's why we press the heal button, folks. If you know you're going to be extremely strong in the boss fight, then you really just need to ensure that you're losing health, especially when your game plan involves losing health, which ours does. Majoska Shell, please rest for later when we've got Refresher Course. Still Conviction is a really bad idea. Molten Mantle's also a really bad idea. The skip option is a really bad idea because we're facing 2 insane options here. And frankly, Majoska Shell is definitely just the pick. Especially since, you know, like, we could easily get like a what did we got it last run? What was it called? And then I was really sad I didn't hit a Majoska Shell. All packages, yeah, that's it. We are just gonna need to keep pressing the heal button though if we keep shooting out collateral damage. Just like fine, it's just not the most ideal. But yeah, a lot of the time for this class, I would really just recommend What on Stake should just be really good. Yeah, really good indeed. And I am just going to grab my relic now. I do need the extra healing capabilities from it after all. So apparently if we're taking Lethros Fighter, we will be in a really good spot. A lot of gold. Okay, that is insane. We really want removes after all. That was perfectly fine to lose. That's fine. A lot of these fights should be fine, I think. This is the best for me. I am just gonna bomb spam here. Maybe not the best because I will run out of damage, but as long as I get one good Daggorb shot every now and then it represents a lot of damage. I can also use this fight to heal up. After all, I have 2 healing sources, both of which are fine. Definitely not the most ideal fight though. Minotaur is like the run ender where like you get him early in area 1 and you just die. This guy's the run ender in area 2. You get him early in area 2 and you can't deal with him and you will just die. To the point where I should have simply shot my collateral damage previously. Honestly, I wasn't thinking enough. I really should have just shot my collateral damage first shot. And frankly, I should have also considered upgrading it earlier, just to make this a better fight for me. Because unfortunately, it's significantly worse than I would like, to the point where I'm actually sweating a bit here. Nevertheless, that hurts. Nevertheless, as long as we hit that rigged bomb. Oh wow. 5, so I can't hit the rigged bomb now. The rigged bomb was my easy solve, so I actually have to try it. So yeah, we did lose this run, but this was purely to my own folly. I really could have avoided that. I should have known that this was a fight which I was I was literally just about to say it. This is a fight where I might not actually have enough damage. And he got 10 turns. The fight took 10 turns. So we did lose this. But again, I feel like it's just, you've just got to get lucky. You've got to get lucky, got to get a good seed, and then you can actually progress. We did get very close against both Mole and Demon Wall. I think I was not focusing enough. If I was focusing more, I feel like I wouldn't have made some silly mistakes that I did make in both fights. Especially, you know, like, collateral damage upgrades are a big deal. They're a really big deal. I was worried about the collateral damage upgrades because I didn't have enough healing, that if I popped too many rigged bombs, I thought that was the best way I'd die. But realistically, the extra flat damage from the collateral damage, as well as the extra rigged bombs, are just more helpful than a hindrance. Especially after I'd found the one source of healing, it was definitely worth it. After the second, there was no doubt in my mind that I should be spamming the upgrade there. Not that I think I had a chance to after I found the second, but it was something I should have thought about more. But hopefully this gives you what you need to know about trying to beat Peglin Cruci 20 specifically. I can talk more on the other classes a bit more because this was definitely a bit more focused towards Peglin, because Peglin relies on Peglin Cruci a lot. You know? You've got to hit the good stuff. Once you hit the good stuff, you can play the game. We hit a lot of good stuff this run, and I messed up, honestly. We got lucky enough. This was fully on me.